This episode is brought to you by Imagine Strength, your go-to for safe, simple, and effective high-intensity training equipment. Growing a successful high-intensity training business requires workout equipment that's not only high quality, but also intelligently designed to fit the unique needs of your studio. And that's where Imagine Strength comes in. Drawing on the wisdom of the legendary Arthur Jones, Imagine Strength has crafted a groundbreaking line of fitness equipment that's as affordable as it is efficient, giving your studio the upgrade it needs without breaking the bank. The team at Imagine Strength breathes HIIT. Their passion for high-intensity training shines through in their designs, which they've consistently refined and innovated for optimum effectiveness and user experience. From my personal experience at Rec, I can attest to the careful consideration and craftsmanship that goes into every single piece. My Imagine Strength workout was absolutely brutal, in a good way, of course. Now, what makes Imagine Strength truly stand out? They have innovative equipment tailored for the unique needs of HIIT studios, affordable and efficient designs, lowering the barriers to entry for a HIIT business, continuous innovation and refinement ensuring your studio stays ahead of the curve. Founder Jeff Turner and his team are dedicated to moving the HIIT industry forward and making strength training accessible to more people than ever before. Here's how you get started. Number 1, visit imaginestrength.com. Number 2, discuss your specific needs with the team. And number 3, select the equipment that will propel your business to the next level. Head to imaginestrength.com today and give your HIIT business the Imagine Strength edge. Be part of the HIIT revolution and see firsthand how their unique equipment can transform your studio's workout experience. Elevate your HIIT business with Imagine Strength. Lawrence Neal here, and welcome back to High Intensity Business, your one-stop shop for elevating your HIIT business and fueling your passion for high-intensity training. Please subscribe on the podcast if you haven't already on your favorite podcast app. It takes less than 10 seconds, and it really helps the podcast grow and help more people learn about HIIT and build a successful HIIT business. So before we start today's episode, I'd like you to tell you about a new download we've created. It's a comprehensive PDF guide called Unlock Business Growth, Luke Carlson's Guide to Building a Robust Referral Machine. So this guide is packed with actionable strategies and tactics that you can implement right away to turn your business into a referral generating powerhouse. But that's not all. Along with the guide, we're also providing exclusive video interview with Luke Carlson himself, CEO and founder of Discover Strength, one of the most profitable personal training businesses by studio in the world. And in this interview, Luke describes how you can build a successful referral machine. Moreover, you'll also get complete access to a treasure trove of free resources, including more HIIT business guides, worksheets, checklists, podcast transcripts, and much, much more. Head on over to highintensitybusiness.com/ref. That's REF for Foxtrot, which is short for referrals, obviously, and download now. So that's again, highintensitybusiness.com/ref. Now, back to this episode. This is episode 418. And today, me and Pete Surqua are answering questions, or one big question, really, to be honest. Pete is a master high-intensity fitness coach and creator of the 90-Second Fitness Solution. He has been professionally coaching since 1985 and is also a 5-time best-selling author for Simon & Schuster and Skyhorse Publishing, which include the books High Intensity Fitness Revolution for Women and High Intensity Fitness Revolution for Men. That's very good marketing on those titles, I must say. His new program, $1 Million Trainer, shows personal trainers how to earn 7 figures per year. Pete, it is great to be with you again.
Thank you for having me back, Lawrence. I'm pretty excited about today. We have one of your loyal viewers sent me a private message, asked me a question, and I want to share this dialogue with you and tell you what we did.
I'm thrilled. I'm so happy you got so many questions from listeners, and the response to your episode was amazing. So yes, let's go. So do you want to read out the question and then we'll get into it?
Yes. Hi, Pete. I just listened to your podcast with Lawrence. It was very inspiring to me. I'm currently doing personal training HIIT workouts on Nautilus equipment from my garage at home as a side hustle. I love this, Lawrence. And I'm looking to grow the business enough so I could do it full time. Here's his question. I currently charge $50 for 30-minute sessions. Just in the last few days, I was considering offering 15-minute workouts for $35 as a way for people who can't afford personal training. But after listening to you and Lawrence, I want to ask about your experience with changing my rate. And I was considering reducing the time to 15 minutes at the same $50 rate. He says, further, I'm good on the training side of things, but I still have a lot to learn on the business side. And that's what we're here. This is Mark. And then Mark, that's what we're here to help with, the business side. We want to grow this for you.
I love that. I think he's along on the right lines. But Pete, take it away. Where do you want to start with that one?
I responded right away with I had a couple of quick questions. So good morning, Mark. Thank you for the kind words about the podcast. How many sessions a week are you currently doing? What is your goal sessions per week? Do you sell sessions in a package or just singles? And do you have a cancellation policy? So his response is great. Now, if you're going to help people build their business, you really want to know a lot of the details, their environment, how their setup is, the equipment, some of these details, and then get to the business side of it. Do you have a good session package laid out? Do you have a cancellation policy? How do you book your appointments? These are really important things. His response is he's currently doing 20 to 25 sessions a week consistently. The $50 per session that he charges per session on the spot. So they come in for their workout and they pay him. Mark, I got to applaud you. 20 to 25 for a week is fantastic. You are a trainer and you are off to a great start. His goal is to reach 40 sessions per week by the end of this year, 2023. He believes in, and Mark works night shift. He goes to work from midnight to 8. He comes home, he sleeps for a few hours, and then he trains his clients in his garage on Nautilus equipment in the afternoon before going back to work.
Grinding it.
I think that's just so impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really want to see him hit the 40 sessions. He believes at 40 sessions, he can do this full time and leave the midnight to 8 job.
Mm-hmm. I think I know who this is, but should we keep him anonymous, or is he happy for us to do this, do you think?
Just his first name is all.
First name is fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. So my advice first, I don't encourage him to reduce his time per session yet. What I would like to see first that would make him more successful is to start offering packages. Now, a package can happen in 2 different ways. And this is important. So let's say he's already at $50 per session for 30 minutes. Let's say he did $50 and we keep the 30-minute business model. So $50 for once a week, $40 for twice a week, and $35 for 3 times a week. And this is just an example. Of course, we could tweak those numbers. Now, that's per week packages. So you get a discount if you're coming in more often. That would bump up your sessions pretty quickly. Okay. Yeah. With that package, you want to have an expiration date and you want to have a cancellation policy. So if it's per week, and let's say somebody wants to come in 3 times a week, you're going to have to give them 3 different routines, right? You're going to have the ability to do 3 different routines in your garage gym, which is doable, and we can help you do that. Not a problem. So, it could be push, pull, legs, something like that. We want to stay with our high intensity principles. With the per week package, you want to have an expiration date. So if they were to buy 3 sessions per week, maybe a month's worth in advance or 4 weeks worth in advance, you would like to have a 6-week expiration on the package. That puts a little pressure on the client you got to use them or lose them. And that gives you 2 weeks of, I'm traveling for business. I can't make it this week. And I'm on vacation. 2 weeks is plenty. So a 4-week package at 3 times per week or 2 times a week or once a week, 4-week package. You get a discount for training more often, and you want to have a 6-week expiration date. On that, you would also like to have a 24-hour cancellation policy. And you want to have all this right now, either get it to them in an email or have a printout for them, and even have them initial it or respond and acknowledge it by email. It's very important. This is business. This is not, hey, I'm really excited about my HIIT workouts. I want to share them with you for free. you're looking to make a living off of this.
Today's episode is brought to you by Imagine Strength, your one-stop solution for safe, simple, and effective high-intensity training equipment. When it comes to high-intensity training, it's about the right workout machines intelligently designed for your studio. That's the specialty of Imagine Strength. Inspired by the legendary Alpha Jones, they've pioneered efficient and affordable fitness equipment perfectly crafted for your HIIT business. With a team that lives and breathes HIIT, Imagine Strength combines passion, innovation, and careful design into every piece of equipment, creating the perfect environment for an intense yet rewarding workout. So why choose Imagine Strength? Number one, they create innovative, tailor-made equipment for HIIT studios. Number two, they provide cost-efficient designs, making HIIT more accessible. And number three, they're committed to continuous innovation and refinement so your studio never falls behind. Elevate your HIIT business with a team at Imagine Strength. Visit imaginestrength.com to discuss your needs and select the gear that'll take your business to new heights. Be a part of the HIIT revolution with Imagine Strength and see how their equipment can transform your workout experience.
So that would be step number one. Another consideration is to offer discounts for your once a week clients, going a little bit more long term. So let's say you really just want once a week clients. You don't really want to offer twice a week or 3 times a week. Same thing. It could be $50 per session for a package of 4. Then it could be $40 per session for a package of 8 to 10, whichever you're more comfortable with. And then maybe $30 or $35 if you bought 20 sessions. Now with those long-term packages, you want to set your expiration date still 2 weeks after the package would expire. So for instance, $50 once a week, 4 weeks in a row. That expiration would be in 6 weeks. Let's take $40 once a week, 10 weeks, 10 session package that you'd want to expire in 12 weeks. So give them the extra 2 weeks for the expiration and sit them down and explain this to them. This is an important part of business. This is, use it or lose it. So in your case, you bought 10 sessions with me at $40 a piece. You got a nice discount. If you're coming up on your expiration and you didn't get them all in yet, double up, train with me twice next week. Get them in. I don't want you to lose them. I want you to use them. So being enthusiastic about that is very important. You really want to explain to your client that you're not looking to rip them off. You're not looking to be Planet Fitness where 10,000 people sign up for your gym, but only 300 people can use it at $10 a month. That's not your business model. You want them to get in for the workout, but to put a little pressure on them this way and to have me here supervising you is going to ensure that you're going to get your workouts in. And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
Yeah. Pete, just a couple questions on that. Some great advice. Why would you reduce session price for a higher frequency? Because I thought the incentive would be to, hey, look, you want better results, increase your frequency. Right. And a lot of people would be happy to pay the same rate per session.
Well, it's an option.
Sure.
In my career, once a week was my biggest selling product. I mean, by far, 90%. Then there were a few people that would really kind of hit me up for, can I come in a little more often? This is really great. Or I would like to try some of these splits that you talked about. Push, pull legs, or just, I would come up with 3 different machines each workout. If you have a circuit of, and I have 18 to 24 pieces of medics, each time they walked in, I picked 3 or 4 machines, and just rotated just to keep it fresh. These are things you have to think of, Lawrence, when you're going long-term. You say, okay, well, I've got a 4 exercise routine, right? I got my 4 pieces of Nautilus. Great. I've now got 40 sessions per week. I got 40 clients. Great. Okay. Now, what if these clients stay with you for the next 20 years, which is what happened with me?
That's great.
After a year of doing the same exact routine, there's gotta be a way to keep them interested and keep you interested. So the easiest way would be just a different protocol. same four machines, but we're doing rest pause on every exercise this week. Next week, it's going to be Arthur Jones Classic, 2-second positive, 4-second negative, 8 to 12 reps to failure. And that's it. Week after that, it's going to be static holds. Wow. We're not even going to move. And it comes from you, but that's, you can do four exercises for the rest of your life by rotating protocols, but there's got to be something in there. There's got to be something that keeps them interested.
Yeah, I completely agree with the novelty for long-term retention. And my other question for you is, what are your feelings about, so a lot of our colleagues on recurring payment systems where they will have a client on a recurring subscription for personal training, and then it just auto renews every single month. What's your views on that versus packages?
I like that. As long as there is a cancellation policy in place and they're fine with the recurring. My clients were basically recurring, where they would use up their session packages. I automatically charged them. They had a credit card on file, and then we get an automatic charge and renew very quickly. When you start doing a higher volume of sessions, when you hit, and by the way, I've got very specific numbers on this, 20 sessions per week, you're a trainer. You're successful. You made it. You're in the game. At 40 sessions per week, you're somebody. You're knocking out 40 a week. You're now in the top 5 or 10% of all trainers.
You think so? Wow.
And when you go 50 and beyond, you're in the 1% category. So those trainers that can get to 50 and 60, it's huge. It's absolutely huge, life changing. So you got to have these things in place, because you think about doing 60 sessions in a week, you're moving pretty good. Pretty fast, and you got to have cancellation policy, scheduling, recurring charges. You got to have those things ready to go.
Yeah, and I guess when you say life changing, do you mean more specifically for a one trainer business? Obviously, when you've got a team, we're talking more close to kind of 100 sessions or closer to that number for it to be really worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm referring to one trainer doing those sessions themselves. And for me, I wanted to test the limits, and 120 is my record. To break 100 consistently for years, I wanted to see if I can have a system that would do that and keep me alive, right? You got to think about you and your body and how the wear and tear on it. And so, I wanted to set up a system that would enable me to do it. And I did it for nearly 20 years.
I was just going to tell you another anecdote, but it's going to have to park it for another time. Have we got any other final thoughts on this question that we can touch on? I guess you mentioned here about referral programs and increasing rates. Maybe you could touch on that briefly before we wrap, Pete, and plan the next one.
I would like to get into those, and that will take a good session. I've got a referral program that made me literally millions of dollars. It's very effective. This one final tip is going to apply to every one of our conversations, Lawrence. Always operate from a position of strength. What that means is, let's say you want to take your sessions from 30 minutes to 15 minutes and keep the same rate. You should be rocking and rolling and having, your 40 or 50 or 60 sessions a week. Because when you go in there on Monday and start telling every client that comes in, hey, we're making a change, I'm going to actually cut your time down to 15 minutes so I could book more sessions. You need to be so strong in your schedule that if 50% of your clients quit over that, you're still making good money and you can rebuild back up. But if let's say you had 10 sessions per week at 30 minutes apiece, and getting the 11th session was difficult and you were really struggling or working at it, you don't want to go in and make a change. You're not operating from a position of strength. For me, when I was hitting 80 sessions a week constantly, if I made a change and 10 of them left, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah. Great advice. That's a great line to end on, Pete. This is probably the shortest podcast ever done, but these bite-sized ones might catch on. We'll see. Thanks so much again for joining me. And remind us, what is the place where people can connect with you to find out more about your programs? You're helping people become $1 million trainers. Where do we send people?
Well, you can find me easily on Facebook at Pete Serqua or Instagram at Pete Serqua. I'm keeping it simple. and people are finding me from your podcast. I'm getting great questions and I'm happy to answer them. And then I'll make some notes and come back to you with some of this if you'd like.
Perfect. Yes. And for anyone who missed that, the links to Pete's stuff will all be on the show notes over at highintensitybusiness.com, episode 418. Just the last thing before we wrap is remember to download our comprehensive PDF guide called Unlock Business Growth, Luke Carlson's Guide to Building a Robust Referral Machine. Referrals are a huge part of this business. Pete will know that. And Pete, we spoke about that during our last episode together. And Discover Strength are, a lot of their growth is due to referral, and they're very proactive and systematized about it. So that guide really gives you an insight into how they exactly do that. So that's accessible over at highintensitybusiness.com/ref, REF for Foxtrot, short for referrals. So again, highintensitybusiness.com/ref. Pete, so good to see you again. And I'm going to email you this evening with next steps because we're going to schedule a lot more content together, and I'm very excited. And for everyone listening, to get the show notes for this episode, please go to highintensitybusiness.com, search for episode 418. And until next time, thank you very much for listening. This episode is brought to you by Imagine Strength, your go-to for safe, simple, and effective high-intensity training equipment. Growing a successful high-intensity training business requires workout equipment that's not only high quality, but also intelligently designed to fit the unique needs of your studio. And that's where Imagine Strength comes in. Drawing on the wisdom of the legendary Arthur Jones, Imagine Strength has crafted a groundbreaking line of fitness equipment that's as affordable as it is efficient, giving your studio the upgrade it needs without breaking the bank. The team at Imagine Strength breathes HIIT. Their passion for high-intensity training shines through in their designs, which they've consistently refined and innovated for optimum effectiveness and user experience. From my personal experience at Rec, I can attest to the careful consideration and craftsmanship that goes into every single piece. My Imagine Strength workout was absolutely brutal, in a good way, of course. Now, what makes Imagine Strength truly stand out? They have innovative equipment tailored for the unique needs of HIIT studios, affordable and efficient designs, lowering the barriers to entry for a HIIT business, continuous innovation and refinement ensuring your studio stays ahead of the curve. Founder Jeff Turner and his team are dedicated to moving the HIIT industry forward and making strength training accessible to more people than ever before. Here's how you get started. Number 1, visit imaginestrength.com. Number 2, discuss your specific needs with the team. And number 3, select the equipment that will propel your business to the next level. Head to imaginestrength.com today and give your HIIT business the Imagine Strength edge. Be part of the HIIT revolution and see firsthand how their unique equipment can transform your studio's workout experience. Elevate your HIIT business with Imagine Strength.
Let's go.